Just a little warning, this episode does contain some swear words.
So, we're live.
Are we?
Aye,
Yeah,
we're good to go.
we need it all time, like.
Sweet.
Just doing it.
Just doing it. Steve, if you're listening, can you text us to see if the sounds alright?
Give a run about who's for his phone.
You know this one, wouldn't you?
Maybe it could be the iPad.
Doug, you'll be on Facebook in a while, you'll see there's somebody coming around with questions and stuff like that. So, I'm recording also. Good. So, boys, fine week.
I seen your mum when I was coming in here in the van.
Yeah.
In a way, it's just totally blank.
She does it with me.
Aye.
Aye.
I always
I'm
got
the bronze child,
I
like.
always got that impression with folks' mums that didn't like me. That's a cunt, Messi. Especially with your wife's mum.
Nah, she's
She was walking Franny Parker, I think.
Oh, aye. Yep.
It's totally blank, man.
Got on fucking you.
Left hanging.
Does she? She's looking out in the car, getting a wave.
Yeah.
And she's just like, she drives a Jeep, the stereo one. She's done that ever since she's passed her test.
I never had
Never had a stereo one.
So it's like when you're going to park a tight space, you turn the radio down.
Aye.
But she's like that constantly when she's driving.
Aye.
It puts her off.
Puts her off. That's confirmation that it sounds alright.
Aye.
Aye.
Is that Steve? Is it?
That's for Hero.
Oh, right, okay.
No, I used to say she wants to hear the sound of the engine and gears changing.
Aye.
You drive an automatic. You know what I mean? So have you been up there last week? Something exciting?
Bit of golf, the scramble up at for the weekend. A couple of oldies killed us. We barred them with a one.
Well, he's in a scramble.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
I know how you do it.
I can't think Craig Stewart's playing that.
What a wedge player. But
I seen
11 birdies and 80 balls.
You finished third.
Third.
What was your team? Was you, Craig Arthur?
Craig Stewart, Steve Beattie, Mike Beattie, Liverpool. Weigel, James Little Brother.
Mm-hmm.
But for mid handicappers, 11 birdies and 80 holes is pretty good going.
I'd play for like the worst handicap ever. I can start on a scramble. I suppose it gets better, does it, when you hire a handicap?
Did you ever hear handicap?
Aye.
Who was it?
Driving. No, I never had that. Next
Yeah,
year, I'm
official.
joining. Yeah, official. I'm joining next year, like so. See how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Have you yourself not seen happening this week?
Yeah, do we know?
The
Reading a story,
There must be some. There must be some around the work.
Well, Ken, we've started this fantasy. Yeah. Also, he was in the mug for the Mugs Away.
Yeah.
Chris, Baker, we called him at Rothes anyway. I was just thinking back to my Rothes days and I made a story for Rothes. So, I played my whole United career without getting one injury, I think. I was never out injured.
No, you
I
weren't.
don't think I was ever injured. And I went to Rothes and I had balls up my knee. So I got back for that and I was just starting to get back up to fitness. I was playing Forest Mechanics Nick Cup. Second half, went up for a header for a corner, lights out, smashed.
Oh, I remember that.
So I just woke up in the changing rooms and I just straight a whack into my nose was in a bad way. So I went to feel it and it was just totally flat. It was like across the side of my face.
What the neck you were in?
So that was bad. So I spent the night in Aberdeen Hospital. They couldn't operate on it because it was too swollen. So about a week later, got operation. So obviously I couldn't have played this time because the nose was fragile.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I went to watch the games. So I was up in Rothes and more often than not, when I was up in Rothes, I didn't come home on a Sunday. Got quite pally with Franny Moore. He's a rebel, Ken. A total riot, but a cracking boy for changing room, Ken.
Yeah.
So I was ended up in the Elgin with hand binding the night. So this particular night, I did an operation on the Thursday, playing the Saturday, so we're getting bowed up at Franny's boot for a night out in Elgin. The wife's like, you just did your operation. You can't feel like you are from your drunk. I'm alright, darling. So I was at Franny's, was there having a few beers. Can't remember, I think Baker was there. Me, Franny, Baker, maybe a couple of other boys. And so Franny stays in Elgin, fair bit for the two. We'll walk. So we're walking. So we'll walk into Swing Park. That's fair enough. So we've had a few at Franny's. Pretty tipsy.
Yeah.
So I gets on a swing. So I was standing up in the swing and I was,
Classic.
and there was a folk in a barbecue right behind us. Crowd of folk, plus Franny and all them. So I'd sit kind of like in that, you from jumping off,
Aye.
I'd spin it.
Wrap it
So
around.
I did that, but unbeknown to me, it had that child lock things, so it couldn't go right
Oh,
there.
that's right.
It just come automatically back down. Smacked me right in the nose. My nose, absolutely
Worse again.
pissing a bleed. Straight away, swole up.
Yeah.
But this is me away. Aye, Franny was a fair walk. This was halfway to Toon Centre. I didn't change of clothes with me.
Aye.
Covered in bleed, nose swollen. So first pub I was in, okay. My nose is all over the shop. Ken, you thought I'd been scrapping, Ken. Just struggling to get in anywhere.
Places, aye.
So I just,
What did the wife say when you got in?
she's like, just, one in there. Shut Fits the chances though.
Yeah.
Of course, when it came down and hit me in the nose, it flattened me. I was on the deck. And Ken, boys didn't have no sympathy, did they? You just hear, I'll be laughing.
Yeah.
And I spoke in the barbecue, obviously watched it and that.
Classic. One of many.
Again, going back to that time I knocked him out, man. Imagine him phones back in them days.
Oh,
Unreal,
yes.
unreal.
Yeah.
We'll start off this week, I suppose, with the Scottish football. Aberdeen Hibs, it was a great win for the Dons. Some standout performances.
Yeah.
Mars, as a Rangers man, what was your opinions of McCrory?
Well, you'd say Rangers, it's early days,
yeah,
let's say that, but looks like they've made a mistake letting them go. And I ken a lot of the Rangers fans, when you went to Aberdeen, like on the forums and that, were saying that we shouldn't have let him go.
Yeah.
And all the evidence so far suggests that that was a bad mistake. But hey, Rangers' mistakes, Aberdeen's game. It's only a couple of games.
Yeah,
so
I mean, he looks a good fit, doesn't he? Where he knows McInnes has also made him feel important, which he is. And you can see, obviously, I haven't seen him for a couple of seasons because he's also been on loan and stuff, but he's obviously filled out since the time Dembele bullied him. I remember when he played centre back, and he looks like he's filled in as a Rolls Royce, because in a sense, so fit, strong, got about the pitch, he was all over the place.
You've got to think, though, when he played against Dembele, just
He's a kid,
a
right?
kid.
Yeah.
And Dembele,
Yeah.
well, look at him now. He was in the Champions League semi-final. Was it semi?
He was in pure like strength, it did him that day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because he was trying to match him, he's got the grit about him, obviously,
Aye.
he always had that,
Yeah.
but he just didn't have the physical
Yeah,
attributes
it's
to match
whether-
Dembele.
That could ruin a player, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. But he seems to have bounced back for it. But it looks like it's a perfect fit, perfect club for him, perfect player for the club. I think it just seems, it seems like a great move for him, and I think he feels that.
He feels that as well,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, McInnes told Cormac this week
Yes.
he sees the comparison to Cooper and
Simpson, Harry Ferguson.
him and Ferguson.
Big statement, but
How long will Ferguson stay though?
you just wonder this.
Well, you can't compare him to that to
No.
the start.
No. Do you think the deal with McCrory was kind of a clincher, was maybe the fact that Ferguson was going to go the other way next season?
Maybe, but
Nah.
No.
is Ferguson better than what Rangers have got?
Well, they obviously let McCrory go, and I think McCrory's, it's early days, but I think McCrory's got more about him than Ferguson. They've let him go, so I can't see Ferguson done.
Yeah.
Other way. No.
I just don't know.
But Dons were solid.
Ferguson's a good player.
He's a good player. Dons have got better each game.
His game, yeah.
Yeah, fitter, sharper, and they were on the front foot. And Scott Wright looks like he's getting back again. Developed a bit more. It was a bad injury, but he looks like more of a man. He's involved and he looks sharp.
Edges.
Edges.
The story was he was injured all last season with a groin and a back, but it looks like the
Looks like he looks clever, right?
Aye.
Some clever moves.
Mhm.
And that he hit a 1-2 in the box and he put it straight at the goalie like that.
Yeah.
He likes to come inside in that left foot and look for 1-2s.
Yeah, he
Looks like he's got a football
look like
brain.
they're working on a lot of the short stuff and right because of a lot of give and goes with him.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Definitely a million times better
Yeah.
than what we've been seeing.
Aye.
Just the game in general. Even Hibs maybe didn't look up great going forward. They had chances in the first half,
Yeah.
but it was a good game. I thought it was a good game.
Right.
A lot better than the standard we've been seeing. And far and away, Aberdeen's. You said they were a marked improvement against Livy, and I said no, but definitely next time I would say it's a marked improvement.
Colvin played well as well.
Oh, I was watching him before he got injured. He was at Watford, obviously. He's had 3 or 4 horrific injuries. But he looks slow, but he's always in the right place. He up the reads he gave, so you can see that he's came to a higher level, in my opinion.
Again, he's come off the back of a bad injury,
Really bad.
and he already looks like he's up the pace. I think he'll get better.
Yeah, he will.
I think he's far better than last year. 100% better. And I think him and McInnes, if they can bide fit and they bide together, they'd be a good pairing. Name McInnes. McKenna, sorry.
Yeah.
McKenna.
The 3 seemed to work. I think Aberdeen looked better going forward and better defensively.
They've played that before, haven't they? Looked shite. They definitely seemed to work.
Maybe they've got the right players for the system.
They definitely looked more offensive minded than they have.
Well, that's first Johnston game, but it was just a case of putting the bar.
That's fits frustrating the fans. Yeah. But then you see a performance like that, a lot more offensive, and against probably the toughest. Well, okay, they play Rangers, but the informed team, a good team. I think that's when you get a good game. When you get 2 teams who think they're better than each other. So they're both out to beat each other. That's when you get both games.
Hibs think they're on the level with each other.
Exactly, so, and Hibs are at home, we think we're better than Aberdeen. Aberdeen are saying, no, we're better than you. And that's when you get a good game like that. It's like when you play Livy sit and make it difficult. That games are never great to watch, are they? And you don't blame Livy for being that, but it's just doesn't make it a great spectacle when you get a team that sits in parts of us.
In the Rangers weekend, another convincing win for them, but they only really played Aberdeen 1-0, but apart from that, didn't concede a goal this season.
I think that's it's a 100-odd year record they've equalled. It's a Celtic record. We 6 clean. Is 6 clean? I didn't say 6, is it 5? Is it 5 clean sheets or 6 clean sheets? I think it's 6.
Is it? Was there a massive improvement from last season though? Early doors now.
Apart from Kent. Kent looks sharper than he did last year. And to me, he's playing like he wants a move. Okay?
Yep.
But I think he was brilliant against Hamilton. But he should be. Again, Hamilton are fitting the pay again. The disparity in the wages
is huge.
It's massive. So he should be looking good against them. Should be looking good against them.
Plus, Hamilton are kids.
Kids, young.
They're like young boys.
And Hamilton actually try to come out a bit more than other teams. You've got to give them a bit of respect for that.
I go with Celtic as well.
And they could have crumbled because they were 2-0 down within 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. They could have easily crumbled it.
Yeah.
But they stuck at it. Rangers totally dominated the game. They should have scored more. That's in games that you don't get in England for a team is like you cannot get a win.
Yeah.
You don't get in England. Rangers should be beating Hamilton 100 times. Rangers and Celtic.
They need to keep Kent, Rangers.
I think they do.
Do you see him turning in 15 million if Leeds come back to that?
Yeah, but he'll want to go. Of course, he's getting a winner.
Was he asked this week about it? He kind of never said I or no.
You can't say publicly, I want to go.
No.
Not yet.
He'll get lynched.
Well,
he never said yes, I'm not to stay at Rangers.
Well, I think that's a telltale sign.
Exactly. So, he could be on his way. Celtic, they won 3-0, was it? Well.
Yeah.
Not a lot of struggling anyway, is it?
Yeah, I think.
It's funny because they've had a lot of possession in games, and I'll be saying that they've got quite a well-balanced team, but just you get in a rut, and it doesn't matter how good you are. You get in a rut like they're in, it's so hard to get out of. But again, confidence hits rock bottom.
They turn over players every year, Motherwell as well, and you can only keep doing it so many times. And maybe this year it's
See, I can't sell it, but some of the goals together were really soft. The second he played it into striker in the middle of the box. Must have been nowhere near him, was that?
Well, that's the thing.
Full back should have tucked in.
Lennon's played the same team. He also got knocked out of Europe in the things there, was it?
Nice strikers.
For 75 minutes.
They had Kamala on the bench and they had a Jetty on the bench.
Polish lad
on
the bench. That says to me he doesn't trust him.
Yeah.
Is it?
How much was a Jetty? Was it 3 million?
Bad result for Celtic.
Or maybe not just quite fit yet.
Bad result.
Massive.
But the Champions League. Shocker.
Yeah.
Total shocker. They're not just nobodies. Again, Hungarian champions.
Was a well-known
They
team.
did all right in the Europa League season at 4, so they weren't a nobodies. But you'd expect Celtic to beat them.
100%.
Again, then I got, it was at Celtic Park, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Aye. You say, well, especially at home, but then I got that crowd ahead of them.
I love the crowd, but
Aye.
you look at the last few seasons, they went out early.
Aye.
So there's definitely been a marked change in the Scottish game. Like,
I'm not a believer of them getting knocked out and then going straight next Europa League.
You know that nonsense.
You're out, simple as that.
You shouldn't get rewarded for failure.
No.
Yeah.
You're rewarded with a place in still at the second most prestigious competition in Europe for failure.
Aye.
I think that's an absolute load of torchlight.
Yeah.
It is it?
It's about getting the money in.
I've never spoke to anybody who thinks that's a good idea.
No, exactly. And if you get them teams that get so far and then end up getting in the quarterfinals, a Champions League team who got knocked out, you're like, come on.
Aye.
Well, the season Man United won it 2 seasons ago. They knocked out the Champions League.
No.
Right. And obviously, go back to Scottish, Dundee United, a fair hammering for them at the weekend for Kelly.
I was saying that funny, you know, because I think Kelly had like 36% of possession.
Yeah.
Dundee United kind of, like, they were 2-0 down, you wonder, how are they 2-0 down?
Aye.
Again, soft goals, like, that,
Plastic
aye. Well, Livy won at home, didn't he? And Kelly won at home.
It's a nonsense.
A plastic pitch.
It's a joke.
I can't Hamilton had plastic
I
pitches.
keep saying it, Phil Mass. Look at the hoops. Thought United had to jump through to get into Highland League.
Aye.
You needed this, you needed that, you needed floodlights, you needed this, you needed that.
Highland League.
I had to get into Highland League because we weren't a founder member club, and then teams in the SPL.
Aye, can get a plastic pitch. And they eat it, Livy.
Shocking.
You see the black bars fleeing out.
Yeah.
Fucking
The
shot.
pitch doing terrace probably better than.
Aye, it probably is. I would say it's kind of on a par, probably. I believe, I think it's good for like youngsters to train on when it's winter, and it's good for that. Should never be in the top flight, never.
Or is that a case of they play a lot during the winter and the pitches always get cut up during the winter? Is that a case of should they move the league to maybe a spring, summer kind of league?
That's a hell of a debate.
A lot of talking about, but I'm not a great believer.
No.
I'm a traditionalist when it comes to football. I like imagine the Christmas football.
Yeah, no.
I'd be devastated. I'd be like, let's go back to work.
The old firm.
I like games in Christmas though. The managers and the players love to greet about it, but sometimes you've got to give a bit back to supporters. Supporters love Christmas football and winter football.
100%. Obviously, Livy beat Ross County 1-0. I never really seen the highlights of that.
I did. The manager was sent off at the end, Ken De
Yeah.
He got an interview and he's like, shit, kind of like you get a point. I didn't get it because I'm bald, but you get a point and he shaved it. I could see when he was getting interviewed, is this shaved bit was seen?
Honestly, if he was chocolate, he would eat it. So every time I watch him, he's like,
but he got sent off, right? And he was complaining about the goal, and he compared it to a free kick that was given against his team. He's got a minus cameras there, and you see it was nothing like. It was definitely his team was definitely a free kick, and the goal they scored wasn't a free kick. And he got sent off for demonstrating with the ref. And he said the ref treated him like a second-class citizen. It's maybe because of that bit in his hair. Can't believe how much he looks like the hair. It's unreal. It's like watching the hair getting interviewed.
You mentioned St Johnstone there, they won 1-0 against St Mirren.
Yeah.
I did watch a highlights of that.
It was not the greatest.
St Johnstone did well for effort.
I think Henry up front looks useful. He just kind of get goals. If he started scoring, I think he'd be alright. And he's really getting in it. He works hard, puts himself about, he's busy. But just kind of get goals. I think if he started getting goals, he'd be a fair player, Henry.
Tough at St Johnstone.
It is That's what. That was it. Some of our striker I was expecting that.
Nesbitt, he's not getting a game, is he?
No, he's there. No,
high expectations after a half time.
He didn't play against Aberdeen.
But the boy Hibs was obviously been tested positive. Was he tested? Oh, wasn't it? It was
Gogic.
Aye.
So they couldn't
He
train
trained the day before.
He said, I love it for the coming interview. I would never use it as an excuse.
But I'll speak more about it after, he said.
But if you're not using that excuse, they'll bring it up.
He tested negative, but he was still
They didn't care if they could train the Saturday. They tried to ask SFA if they could, and SFA just basically rubber lugged him. Can they getting back on it?
Definitely affecting for they training the day before. Like,
Aye. If I was doing, is it Ambrose? It was doing speaking at half time.
On Red TV? No, Red TV, on the Sky Sports.
Sky Sports. He said they would have definitely affected him between the three and the day before.
Yeah.
But,
that was Marvin Bartley.
aye, that's what it was.
Bartley.
Aye.
What a terrible plan. Telling you.
It was him for files.
This boy.
But Sportsy's better again this week.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Foster,
Ricky
when I
Foster-
seen him on, I thought, oh no, but actually,
Really?
he was really good.
Yeah.
And Michael, they've got to hate him on. He's got to be a staple.
Nah, Michael's shirt's cool.
Brilliant. And Thompson actually got a laugh with him.
Did you?
Aye. I think he's maybe too harsh because he's obviously just starting,
Aye.
but he seems to be loosening up a bit. So the last couple of weeks, I've actually found it not too bad. Aye.
Yeah.
Credit where credit's
It's due.
Aye.
That's the Scottish kind of roundup. Probably the biggest talking point in fact last week is the transfer rumours from Messi leaving Barcelona.
Negan they were.
I think so.
Negan they were.
I'm starting to think he is.
Because he's missed it. Abdi thinks he can leave for nothing. He can't leave for nothing. They've got a pay us release clause, which is fair. It's anywhere between 600 million and 700 million.
Yeah.
Nobody's paying that. Nobody.
Well, Man City are looking to pay 450 million over 4 years and 225 million on bonuses.
Aye.
Wow.
You'd expect Barca to drop up, would you?
Yeah.
But that's too much.
It's definitely
Too much. He's 33.
33.
He's only one good.
Exactly.
He's still, don't get me wrong. No, don't get me wrong, he's still probably the best player in the world. But he's been his peak, now he's probably still above Abdi, but he's on a wide dude. And like somebody said in the group chat, the English Premier League is not the league to see
Such
your
a
career.
fast league, is it? As well.
So, but don't get me wrong, if it happens, I'm on the edge of my seat, can't wait to see it.
And that classic Jamie O'Hara quote says, if Man City sign Messi, it's bigger than winning the Premier League. So he said in talks about that day.
Probably is.
Probably from a business point of view.
I'd maybe agree with that.
Shut up.
I'd maybe agree
Shut
with
up.
How much?
Signing a player's bigger than winning a league title. Do me a favour.
I bet this is Messi. Maybe the best player that's ever played the game, champs.
It's next on all
33-year-old.
I said maybe. That's a different debate, but he's definitely up there. He's in the top 3-4 players that's ever played the game. And I think you can argue
So if
that.
you're evaluating Messi at that kind of price,
Yeah.
young players coming through like Mbappe, what would you kind of value him at?
Well, let's have a discussion about that. Are you valuing Messi at?
I would
Because they're saying 450 million over 4 years, something like that, right? Fits his value, I knew. What would you buy him for?
I think he's a £150 million player.
Aye.
So,
At 33.
I think he is.
I would say, how much did Ronaldo go to Juve for?
80.
Yeah, I would say it's probably 90, 100.
See,
That's his age.
if I'm
Yeah.
I'm paying 100 million. If Barca's not talking it, I'm maybe you may get split hairs with 10 million. So if they say no, I'm needing that 110, you'd probably go up. But I feel like I'd overpaid at 110.
Like Coutinho was 125 to Barca.
But he's 28 or so. Still, but he's 33 champs.
Messi.
And also, that game against Bayern was really poor. You'd start to think he's maybe not got it. He'll still destroy Burnley, don't get me wrong. But Man City want to win the Champions League.
Same as Messi, that's why he wants to leave.
Yeah. I think you can't write the boy off. Like I say, I love to see it. But I think he's on a wide dude. And I think 110 million is overpaying. 450 million
39 goals this season.
for a 33-year-old.
Look at David Silva. How old was he when he's going back to Spain? Because he can still do a job in Spain because it's a different game.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Silva.
I thought he was going to Chelsea.
David Silva.
Oh, David. He's gone to Sociedad.
So you can go back to Spain because he still does a job in the Spanish league.
But you can't do a job in the Premiership.
You can't do a job in the Premiership.
I still think he's been a good player next year. That's neither here nor there. But hey, seeing Messi in the Premier League would be...
That'd be superb.
Abdi's getting me buzzing for that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it looks like Cuban's maybe in a bit of a clear out Barca
Yeah,
because Rakitic is all back to Seville.
Well, I said in the group chat, after the full-time whistle goes, it's Barcelona, heeds will roll, and they'll never win a 2-1. Barcelona are never going to accept getting beat 8-2, are they?
No.
So there's got to be a gut out and a start again. So that's usually if it Bayern Munich do. And if they lose a baddie, usually see them, right, we'll restructure. Germany as we'll be at, don't they? No. Because if it's not working, like I've said before, that it's stupid to keep trying the same thing. You've got to change things. Barca obviously need a big changes before they get beaten 8-2.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Barry. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Get rid now.
Happy birthday!
Make a wish.
Lots
A lot of candles out.
Don't tell anyone.
Hey!
High fives. Like a top player.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
In your voice. We might save you some.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thanks. Aye. I actually texted
Back to Messi.
Back to Messi. We kind of spoke about Messi. We were speaking about Rakitic.
Yeah.
There was also word I swear.
So hold on. How much do you rate Messi up? Did you say
150.
150?
I may be pushing it that, but I just was thinking of Coutinho, and he's still a better player.
So
than Coutinho.
they gave him a 4-year deal.
4-year deal. It's
33.
it's 37.
Nice.
I'm getting a vibe here. You think Messi is like an average player?
No. I'm not. I said he's still probably better than everybody else.
Aye.
But he's in a why do in English Premier League's near the place to retire. So watch this space. I could be left with egg in my face. Could have 4 years of trophies and greatness. But that's
Through his absolute greatness.
he's in a tough league.
100%. It's a
'Cause
fast.
He does get tough games in Spain, but not every single week.
Yeah,
Barca.
Mugs away this week should have been how many times Mike says 100%. So
Is
I've counted and that's 9.
he deliberately avoiding Deary and so?
Well, we haven't spoken about Manchester United last week, so Man United signed
But they signed him really. He said a medical or something. Is he officially signed, is he?
The beak.
the big
Van der Beek. Beek.
the big, is it?
I'm sorry to say it, is he?
Good, brilliant player, but nothing Man United for me.
Well, I watched the first episode last night of All or Nothing, Mourinho. And he spoke about Dele Alli.
Yeah.
He says Fergie sent him. He joined Man United.
I heard that.
You need to get him.
It just proves Fergie retired at the right time.
Yeah. I'm not into Dele
Neither am I.
at all.
I'm not a big fan of his at all.
So Fitz the big got a deal in Man United that
I'd say,
isn't-
well, he's a centre midfielder.
Yeah.
So the Pogba.
Yeah.
Fred McTominay.
Fred McTominay, Fernandes, Matic. So that's 5 players there that are. There's nothing wrong with them, is there? They need a 2 centre halves and a striker.
You also
So
need
why
build-
are they buying?
because they need to build the squad because they've got a good 13, maybe 14 players.
Aye.
And then after that,
But you'd say the centre is probably their strongest.
yeah,
Wouldn't you?
Van der Beek's more what creative centre midfielder,
Aye.
I think.
He is creative. It's Fernandes creative.
Yeah, but he play more as a 10,
It
wouldn't he?
says, well, Pogba should be. So that's 2.
I think he's going to go for the
I think they've got it's good business. 40 million for him.
And they've gone at market 40 million quid for a boy that was basically got into Real Madrid before COVID.
Aye. It's definitely good business. But
Well,
I
I'll
just
say
think they
stats.
should-
I'm not big on stats because like the Ram stats doing a throat now, but
You're only big in stats. You know what?
no,
You
but,
love a stat.
no, but it was like 4 goals just and 10 assists in the Dutch league this year.
Aye.
Isn't it like strike you as being
Nah.
because a lot of these
I've
players
seen him play.
because they got because you got to the semi-final up, he was like, oh, these players are worldies, and then your man that went to Delict went to Juve, and
They should have got him.
I should have been. He hasn't been that great for Juve this year.
No.
Then you had the boy with Barca as well.
He should be gone for that boy for Leipzig, centre half.
Apparently they are.
No, that's where we're in.
Are they?
Upamecano.
Aye, the boy we spoke about.
Upamecano.
Apparently there's a buyout clause next year where it goes right up.
Aye.
But apparently they can get him for like
Decent money.
Aye.
Having the centre half at Sevilla, no? I thought it was kind of give a whack.
Diego Carlos.
He's a good player.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you. That's what we need. That's what they need. There's two lead cases. Centre halves.
But Chelsea have got a good deal. You're getting Thiago Silva in for nothing.
I think so.
Yeah.
And again, how old is he? 34?
So let's go. Speaking about Chelsea, Lampard. Lampard's giving all the youngsters a chance.
Mm-hmm. As soon as the transfer window is open.
200 million. Bang.
These
So who have they
experienced top boys.
Signed
Werner.
Werner.
Werner, Ziyech, Chilwell,
Chilwell. Havertz on his way.
Sarr.
And Silva.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Great window.
I expect Chelsea to be
Challenging.
Well,
No, if it's acceptable. If you're spending 200 million, he's got to be challenging.
surely 200 million for 5 players isn't that much nowadays, is it? That averages out less than 50 million per player.
Yeah.
200 million is not that much.
It's went to being Frank's Dean, alright. He's got a challenge now. He's got no excuses now.
He can't. They want to challenge Liverpool and say, any chance. But I think they'll be. I think there's a good chance of getting third. Like, top 4 is going to be interesting. Big time next year. Next season coming up.
How do you see it panning out?
City. I think City will win the league. Liverpool second. Chelsea third. Arsenal fourth.
All out your job.
Ole will be sacked.
I can see Liverpool being like 4th.
Unless United start again, they signed Kane and signed a rock solid centre half, and I'd change my opinion. But if it's a squad, the squad they've got, I don't think he'll be in the top 4 because Chelsea's gone a different level in my opinion with their signings, and Arsenal are. They're definitely in the wild.
They've got there's a clear plan and system here now.
Yeah. And before Aubameyang wants to stay, it looks like he wants to stay. That tells you something, because he could probably go to an elite club.
That's the sort of player man you should be going for, isn't it?
Aye, definitely. He's a 20 goal a season man, is he?
Guaranteed.
Again, he's maybe a Man United player. Doesn't fit into Man United.
If he scores 20 goals, 20 goals a season, he's a Man United player. He's a nick player. If it is a Man United player, but
somebody fits into the whole aura of the club.
The Man United way.
Man United way.
Up there with the West Ham way.
I saw a loser.
I don't want a trophy now.
Well, I heard a thing about the Charity Shield. Somebody said that Tierney winning the Charity Shield is bigger than winning an SPL. It's a bigger trophy than the SPL.
I can hear Paul Stewart screaming at his phone. Mr. Celtic.
I'm just saying. I'm saying that.
What do you think?
Well, if we put them in order, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So England and Scottish trophies. So the first team,
Premier League.
Premier League. Then I go SPL.
That's what I've done.
Then FA Cup.
Yeah.
Then English League Cup. Then the Scottish Cup. Then the Scottish League Cup. And Charity Shield. And that's nonsense about.
They've won another trophy.
It's one of the two major trophies.
Friendly.
It's not a major trophy. It's Pep that started that.
Yeah.
He started saying, no, that counts. Nah, it doesn't.
Not.
It's a glorified friendly.
Aye.
Liverpool lost it last year, didn't they? And somebody said, and then obviously they romped the league by how many points?
Aye.
So
it's a pre-season friendly.
Yeah.
Basically, with a shield at the end of it.
A bit like a Super Cup, is it?
Aye. It's not a major trophy. It's Super Cup.
It's one of Aberdeen's stars.
That's it. So what you boys thinking?
I was exactly the same, because at the
same.
end of the day, you can only get in the Champions League if you're playing in the leagues. So
To me, the only controversial aim maybe the Scottish Cup would go above the English League Cup, maybe.
Well, definitely.
Well, I didn't hear that, did I?
No, I did.
I'd put the English
Premier
League
League, SPL,
Cup. I maybe question myself on that again.
FA Cup, then the Scottish Cup, League Cups.
the English League Cup, the Scottish League Cup. I'd go with that. I'd probably
fit in.
Aye.
So I'd say you can only get in the Premier
Only
League.
because the top teams in England play their reserve teams in the League Cup.
Yeah.
If they played the top teams in the League Cup, then I think it's a different ballgame.
Yeah.
He only played well again.
He did.
100%.
He's fit now, fully fit. He looks. What's that?
100%. I'm telling you, I've told you before, Tierney's a better player than Robertson.
I didn't disagree with you.
I think he did.
I definitely didn't.
No?
So speaking of them two, we'll go to Scotland. Obviously, Scotland's playing on Friday and Monday.
Seems Barney's probably a shock.
I've just seen a message here on a group chat that supposedly he's on the bench for a friendly now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
He's English.
He's already been caught out slagging the country.
Remember
when he was in the tunnel?
Yeah.
It's saying that we've got an Aussie in to replace him.
No, but he's like.
Nah, he's pure Aussie. He said he's playing for Scotland because he didn't care for his career would be if it weren't for Scottish teams, so he feels like he's due us a favour.
Fair play.
Aye, but he said, to me, a real Scot would say, no, I'm playing for Scotland because it's my country. It's pure Aussie accent.
But it's not meant to be Scottish, aren't they?
Are they?
Aye.
Are they?
I've no idea.
Aye.
I think
100%.
and then moved over.
That's
So
okay.
Martin Boyle, why is he playing for
aye.
Australia?
I don't care. But he's fair enough. But I know, like I said,
He could be alright. Could he?
Aye.
He's done alright. He did alright at Livy.
15 goals for
And Livy's did alright at 3 million they got for
Aye,
him.
no,
That's massive money for
major
that.
money for that.
Aye.
So it looks like he'll be starting the next two games because
Aye.
there's no other preferred striker.
No.
Because obviously Burnley and Burnley and Shankland, they both pulled out the squad.
Aye.
So only leaving Dykes up top himself.
Holy Champion. If I was a pro, I'd hate to hear a broken leg before I did my turn up for Scotland.
I know.
Even if I was feeling it bad, I'm getting played through it.
Aye.
I don't even think they're allowed. Their clubs, no.
That's what I think. That's what I think. Like,
Yeah.
It's a sad state, is it?
That is like, I think the club's just good.
McBurney's on the bench
Okay.
for a friendly.
Well, they find out.
To me, if that's right, he never plays again.
Aye, exactly.
A message just came through now. I'm saying that
Aye.
Burnley's on the bench in a friendly night.
Aye, Sheffield United.
Aye. So how do you line up? You mentioned last week. How do you
I
line up?
picked my team. Well, I had McBurney. So basically, you've got to put
Dykes.
Dykes in.
Yeah.
So I do the same team, but
And
Dykes in instead of
Marshall in goals. Robertson, Cooper, McKenna, Tierney.
Tierney at right back.
Yeah.
Forrest, McGregor, McTominay, McGinn.
Aye.
And Christie behind number 10.
Christie number 10 behind.
There's a strong chance that may happen, but do you think Tierney's too good a player to say, right, you get to play out of position?
Aye.
You know what I mean?
I kind
And I think I've come up that- I
it's
think we'll come
definitely
up
a
with-
conundrum with Scotland.
Exactly. If he's playing every week and playing well for Arsenal, I believe, look, and he's obviously a great lad, he looks like, but I think there'll come a point where he goes, now, wait a minute here.
Nah, I don't think he's
Yeah.
that type of player. I think he'll just.
It's never
he's the
been
type
an
of boy who'll just. I'll play up front. That's the kind of boy he is.
It's never been like an ego, and I just think,
Don't get me wrong, inside his own head, himself, I want to play in that position. But if I've got to do for a team, I'll do it. He's got a Tesco bag to.
does he play right
Right
back because Robertson's the captain? I think he does.
No, I think he plays right back because he can do it and Robertson can't.
I would agree with that, but
Yeah.
I also believe there's a little bit of clout because your man's the captain.
So, what do you think?
I think if he should
Tierney
whistle-
should be left back.
I think
If I've
he
got Robertson dropped.
Left midfield.
I'd try him in midfield, but I think Tierney, because Robertson's strengths is going forward.
Yeah.
But we aren't good enough for us to be on the front foot, so
Aye.
I'd rather have a better defender.
I agree with that. And I also think you can't play him in left midfield for exactly the reasons you brought up in the past.
Yeah,
Playing at full back
it's
is
totally different.
totally different to playing in left. Because you start from a higher position, up the
Somebody's-
park,
somebody's
you have
on
less space to run into.
Yeah.
Plus, Scotland's never playing a 4-3-3, which suits Robertson down to the ground, makes him look like a great player, and he is a great player, and they do it good. But it's no set up on the back foot, like you say. It's no how Robertson. That's no for his strengths lie. His strengths lie bombing
And
forward.
that's fine if we're that sort of team, but we're not, because we're batting up against it every
We're
game.
no.
So we need
Good.
solid.
We're not going to do nothing against Czech Republic.
Yeah, you're hit the round pegs and square holes debate, and then 10 I agree with you 9 times out of 10. But yes, I think it's better Tierney plays on the right and Robertson on the left. I just think it's.
Plus, we don't have a right back anyway. So
We don't have a right back.
Yeah.
That's
So
another
what is
reason.
Sheffield Wednesday? See the right back?
Palmer.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right.
I can't see much of it.
No,
I can't really comment. Maybe
See
is that
right
right?
back.
I
Well,
can't.
chance of that.
I can't O'Donnell's not good enough at
No.
international level. I can't that for a fact.
Yes.
So
99%.
Boy Palmer could be alright.
Mhm.
But I can't see enough for the comment.
It's Friday night, is it? The game against Israel.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
It's how you do watch Scotland.
It's absolute torture.
It's
Because I hate watching Scotland because I care too much.
Aye.
So I tend to.
Because you always go, one day we might be good.
Aye. And then I get so wound up. It's like I can't watch Andy Murray play tennis
It's like you're
because it's so. I'm like I don't breathe.
I want to win so much.
Give me one Wimbledon for the first
what?
time. I kept on like watching a music channel and then go back to see what the score was.
We were on a Scotty Hall stag do in Bulgaria, and he got to match point. Remember the game lasted 20 minutes for
Aye.
Djokovic,
Aye.
and we're on a stag do, so we're all steaming. Artie moved, like, move the table, get on out of the way, and we're standing there, and then somebody moved the table, and then the game went on for 15 minutes. Remember? Neil lost it, and Artie started going, "It's your fault. You moved the table. Hey, you fucking idiot!" And
So you moved the table in case the drinks got lost. Say, nah, you don't worry about
I
that.
got upset, really got mental, and Artie started blaming each other because you moved that and you moved there, and it went on for about 15 minutes. And like I say, it's painful to watch. Murray.
It is because he was 2-0 up against Djokovic and cruising.
Aye.
Being Scottish, you're never
Never.
comfortable.
No.
You're thinking if Djokovic gets a set back,
You want a
he's
set
got
back.
to go through a hell of a
Aye.
set.
If you got that set, if you lost that like third set,
Aye.
Djokovic would have beaten him in 5.
Well, it could have. Aye. I would have felt it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But Murray's
Absolute legend.
probably the greatest Scottish.
He's a great
athlete.
British sportsman, mass.
British. Aye.
Yes.
That's it in that podcast.
I know, but
that's
The
it.
I love Murray.
Aye.
Sure. to win a major
And this
tennis tournament in this era
and be
is
white
incredible.
and be white Scottish.
Aye.
It's an incredible.
For nobody play, we've spoken about this before, haven't we? So like, there's nobody plays tennis in Scotland.
No.
He's beat Federer, Djokovic, and Nadal.
Aye.
Play that era and win three.
Yep.
Because he won three majors.
Amazing.
That is unbelievable.
Desire.
Yeah, and an Olympic gold,
Gold medal.
and I didn't pan out to 2 golds because from folk at Fitbar won a gold medal. But in tennis, it's big.
Desire.
It is. He's won 2 golds.
Yeah.
He's won them doubles.
No.
Both singles.
Both singles.
Aye.
London 2012.
2012
Rio.
2016.
I must have been bodybuilding.
You
I
switched
just turned
up the world.
I switched that one.
You go back there, it's hard sport in Scotland, and your dad did a few wise words 3 years ago, and you mentioned it in a previous podcast. When you said you was excited about coming back to Jim Smith to watch
I went some saying I'm a bit as a front screen.
In Scotland though, I always let you do.
Now, it was right.
Yeah. Unless it's snooker or darts.
see Highland League Fitbar's got to hopefully start next October 17th, so that'd be good to get some local football.
Well, because that's me, well, I am no managing Thistle now, so I'll get to watch some games. So I'm quite looking forward to going to watch. Going to watch better off there, better colour.
So I'm hearing in the grapevine, I need to get this in because it's family related, but only family related. I'm hearing it Torres announced a new captain, that's
Aye.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
You might have that.
Well, for you, man.
I think it's a joke.
Well, the fact
I didn't like the fact. I don't think keepers being captains.
Well, I tend to agree with you, unless like a Jim Wall was your captain, and you'd never argue with that, would you?
No, it was definitely.
But I don't think Hobday's Jim Wall, to be fair.
No.
But when I heard Carmy was leaving,
Yeah.
You're automatic. Just automatic. James will be captain.
Yeah. Longest serving player.
Longest serving player. He's a Chalmers. He's a Toraloon. To me, he's got to be captain.
Yeah.
So
a slap in the face, in my opinion.
a wee bit, I think.
Right.
He's got to be captain.
Maybe because Hogday's more vocal.
If I was in Jim's shoes and he wouldn't admit it,
Right.
he'd be saying, "Oh yeah, I'll be captain."
Right.
Bound to have thought that. I would have thought that.
Right.
Because when I got a captaincy, I expected it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well,
Probably get me.
it's getting once Jam hung up on
I thought it was me,
Go
and
on.
it was Messi.
never a captain. Nah, but I'm pretty. got it for Jam because I think he should definitely get it.
Absolutely.
The fact he's at Chalmers and that, Ken.
I can't believe there's only been 16 games, though, is there? 8 home, 8 away.
I mean, that quote I was playing.
It's 16 games.
And it's Big Tiger, and it's just, I think, drawing out the hat for if you play them home or away.
Aye. But you'll have 8 home games, 8 away games, but automatically you'll think, well, I'm playing the Brock away, and they're playing them at home.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
But you've got to just accept it because it is.
It's a different time.
I think.
But as Craig was saying, win the cups, and get the league games in for the cup games.
I thought they could have split a league into 2 leagues. Look, so the northern kind of teams and the more southern teams, they could have played each other twice, and then the top 4 each in a semi-final final.
Massey's reinventing the wheel here.
But I think that would have. I would have only been same amount of games, and then you would have the excitement of that playoff skin.
You can't really stop at cups because the cups always taking a lot of revenue from
Sponsors
and
that
shit like that, so
satisfied.
can't really do that.
But I think your boy Spider mentioned, and I absolutely agree. That would have been a good thing. Splitting the leagues up just for that season. And a bit of change, something, and then can you get top? You get top 2 North teams against the top 2 Aberdeenshire teams, semi-final, final. That would have been massive. Imagine the crowds that kind of thing, like a game to win Highland League.
Yeah.
That would have been a massive crowd. And
I don't think there'll be fans back on October 17th, will there?
I think we've got to get fans back.
Well, I guess I've heard they can only function if they're getting.
Highland League, they need hospitality and crowds. Most of the clubs, maybe for Martin and that could survive a while and kind of sit if you've got a backer, we are that money. But most clubs are running the club through like crowds and especially hospitality. Yeah. So I think we would have hit till got it going.
That's fine. I could book a holiday for next month. This week we were centre midfielders. We've done left last week. A few folk not happy with Zidane on the left, but at the end of the day we'll come back.
Coach of the year.
I'm actually like, a lot of thought, and we're messing it up a bit. I think I would. But the good thing is, we've always said we're going to pick a team at the end. The 24-hour podcast, we're going to pick our final team.
Yeah.
May I think about it, we're going to hate changing formation. I think. I think
fit.
4-3-3. I think so. Because the nobody plays wingers on him.
Giving it the pressure, eh?
No, just the more I think about it.
Well, you are.
Well, no, I'm not.
Public opinions folded you.
Mere from we've got doing to picking players.
You said to me that 4-4-2 can still be used in the modern game.
It can be,
but now you're telling me it can't.
Nobody does it on there though. Nobody plays it, and to fit other players, I want to get in. But we'll discuss this from there. But we'll pick our centre mid. We'll stick with us 4-4-2. Pick our players, and then decide at the end what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But we'll begin a 4-3-3.
So we'll start. Youngest Al, since it's his birthday boy, you can go first.
Me? I picked probably, I'd say, most influential player on me, probably one of the best players I've ever seen, Roy Keane. Because he's my type of guy. He is a pure leader. And forget about stats. I think Martin Stewart texted me and said, stats but the eye test. Keane passed the eye test. And I watched some of these players, we just got a tail end of their careers and stuff, but Keane was right in when I was right into football. And they just watching it, analysing what players are doing and further on the pitch and the kind of role they've got in the team. Keane's right in there at that time as well. But we'll all go through some of his stats. So his 67 caps for Ireland, 9 goals. He probably would have had more caps if it weren't for the plastic baddies. Saipan and that. He played every game 94, eh?
Aye.
I thought he was a bit young, but I just came back. He played every game. So PFA Team of the Year.
Yes.
I think this is the best on it. 5.
Is it?
5 times. He also got in the PFA Team of the Century. That's 100 a year, eh? 7 Premier League titles. Now, I don't know, he was playing in the right team to do it. These are team accolades, but still 7 Premier Leagues, 4 FA Cups, 1 Champions League. Okay, he didn't play in the final, but let's face it, they wouldn't have been in the final
No,
if it weren't
no.
for Roy Keane. Won Scottish Premier League with Celtic. 154 games for Nottingham Forest, 33 goals. 480 games for Man United, 51 goals. 676 career appearances, which is pretty good considering 2 really bad injuries. 87 goals. But like I say,
Never mind that.
the eye test, the Man United were so successful because of Han and Fergie. That two drove that club to fit the 99 team and kind of 7 Premier League titles. It was just a marriage made in heaven. Because if you can be a great manager, but you need a great leader in the dressing room and that. He's there driving him on. Not just the way he plays, obviously in the dressing room. I just thought he was just the best captain by a mile I've ever seen. Just the way he drove on.
If it's summed up, it's from the old spat with Vieira in the tunnel, where he's like standing in the back, whatever, and what's going on here is he's marking his way doing, and then there's a spat between him and Neville, and he thinks he's picking on Neville because he's a young lad. Bang, straight in.
Yeah,
let's have it.
Aye, come and picking me. He said that, but he's still he's quite little compared to Vieira.
Yeah, supposed to be
but he's not worried, was he?
Golden Glove champ Highland, apparently. Younger.
And some of the battles he had with Vieira.
You watch some of them back now, tackles.
Aye, that's the best time in football, is it? Proper men playing, proper tackles, like proper warfare.
Aye, you watch
like they hated each other.
And you watch it now and you see him.
That's
a red card. That's a red card. But that's just
and also they're all hugging and kissing before the games and after the games.
None of that. They hate each other.
Aye, both teams absolutely detested each other. But Keane for me, just the ultimate player. Box to box. Even technically, he was just he hit it. He could get it, pass it, simple bars.
Yeah, that's what Carragher said because everybody used to say that about Roy Keane, but he says Abby was on playing through the lines. He says Keane was doing that 25 years ago.
He had what he needed. Kind of drive it, and especially in the early part of his career, driving into the box, getting goals. Just
a lot of leaders in your living in.
Also a best pundit on the TV.
Aye, definitely.
Yes, because how many times does something happen in a game and you're going, oh, I hope Kane's in the studio. I want to hear what he's saying about that.
And you did actually believe that if he was in that dressing room with De Gea,
I'd be throwing punches.
And
he wouldn't get in the bus.
No.
See, I've heard a lot of that's too hard. I think Cascarino said that.
No, that's right.
Fairies like him.
Cheap man again. Plastic body, isn't he?
Aye, to me, that's like, aye.
Well, I'll go for my player next time.
Great player.
Yeah.
Well, my player kind of changed the game in that centre midfield role, kind of the tiki-taka football.
Yeah.
857 appearances, 109 goals, 213 assists, 133 caps for Spain. Xavi. I'm just going to say a few more stats before this video.
Yeah. 1
World Cup, 2 European Championships, 4 Champions Leagues, 8 La Ligas. He was second. He was third. 2 times he was third in the Ballon d'Or.
Aye.
Behind Messi both times.
That's Ronaldo.
I've got a few quotes here for a few players. Messi said he's the best Spanish player in history. He wasn't fast or strong. He came for it. He was in the pitch. I mean, he ran the pitch.
You've never seen anybody dictate a game.
No, he was going to be keen there. He was the solid kind of part in the midfield. He was smart. He wasn't strong, but he just came for it to go.
Yeah.
And him and Iniesta and Busquets and that three was just unbelievable. So Xavi for me all day.
Yeah. Team, like we've kind of scattered around before saying Barcelona that team's probably the best club team we've seen in our lifetime.
Yeah.
And we had on a player. That's the first player we've had for that team.
Yeah.
But Hammond, Xavi was just special. He was
just dictating the game.
He must have been murdered.
Exactly. Rooney and all that side when they played in them Champions League final, just couldn't get near him. And that's when Man United were a decent side and they just got made to look like diddies.
Yeah.
In that Champions League final in Wembley.
Aye. Both times they played Barca.
Both times, but
that at Wembley especially. Once Barca got 1-0 up.
Fergie never used to say that. He actually came out after that game and said they murdered us.
Aye. Once Barca got 1-0 up, they just kept the bar.
Yeah.
He couldn't get near him.
Couldn't get the bar.
And he's like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
How's he getting that space?
Yeah.
Go and mark him.
Aye.
But you're shouting at the telly, but nobody can do it.
Yeah.
Nobody could do it. He was that good.
If I was a manager for Spain when they won the World Cup, I think the manager actually said,
It's a boy, big boy with Dash.
aye, the boss.
Aye, the boss,
He actually
yeah.
said
Boss, yeah.
Xavi was more important in that World Cup than he was.
Well, players are always more important than manager, I think. Aren't
And for a manager to say that was something,
Aye, yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
So it's, for me, Xavi, then obviously next week we'll see my next pick.
Aye. But aye, Xavi, special player.
I went for Lothar Matthäus. So,
Quality name.
first, great name, man. First ever World Player of the Year in 1991. Played till he was 38 or
Hang
39.
on, first of our World Player
World
of the
Player
Year.
of the Year in
Is that a
1991.
Ballon d'Or?
No.
I was a World Player of the Year for that.
He also won the Ballon d'Or
Aye.
in 1990.
Mhm.
He won 7 Bundesligas, 3 German Cups, a UEFA Cup, a Super Cup at Bayern. Won a Serie A, Coppa Italia, UEFA Cup at Inter. 2-time German Player of the Year. He's in Inter Hall of Fame. He's in the greatest ever Bayern Munich team. 5 times Bundesliga Team of the Year, Mass. 204 goals.
The German PFA.
782 appearances, 204 goals. Captain Germany. He's a record of playing 5 World Cups. 82, 86, 90 and 94.
5 World
Aye.
Cups. 20 year at top level.
Aye. Most World Cup matches by a single player, 25. In 1999, this is the best start for me. 1999 at 38, he got voted German Player of the Year.
Aye. He played that Champions League final against Man United.
Well, they were winning, he got subbed and then they got beat.
Aye.
So the only trophy he's never won is the Champions League.
Aye.
But to get voted Player of the Year at 38,
Aye.
got to be some player.
Definitely.
See,
And
Messi
I just
did
mind
that.
it. I don't kind of use it.
It's Man City in 5 years.
I don't mind if he used it. Italia 90.
Aye.
West
German
Germany.
90.
Have
Yugoslavia, wasn't it?
Aye.
Oh.
But he just ran.
Caught inside.
Boom.
But another box-to-box midfielder.
Yeah.
Could tackle, positional sense. Shoot him is brilliant. Just an all-round brilliant player. Ended up playing sweeper at the end of his career. Superb for that.
Basically a German Keane, is he?
Aye.
Aye. It's exactly the same type of player.
Yeah.
Exactly same sort of leadership.
Most cap player for Germany ever, 150 caps.
Yeah.
Outfield player.
Aye.
That's up there with Ramos.
I once seen him out in Strathdown in a
Did you
a
speak to him?
Range Rover.
Did you speak to him?
No, he just drove by.
You went, that was Lothar
I said-
Matthäus. That's a lie, innit?
No, it's not. I swear in my kid's life.
You buying that?
He
mate?
was no, I swear my kid's life. He was in a Range Rover, he was driving just himself, and I was working in his house, and he just drove by.
Did you? And you went, that's
I was
Lothar Matthäus.
Look for this. In Strathdown, I can't fix it.
If it was in the bag,
No, deadly serious.
aye.
It's the second most shocked I've ever been. First was I was driving up by a Fife, and Greg Norman was walking down the road.
Yeah.
It's come to Linda's get a haircut.
Just a shark. No, he wasn't getting a haircut because I didn't think he ever cut his hair. I was like, Greg Norman, what can have been done? I couldn't believe it. I think it was when they were playing the seniors up at Royal Aberdeen.
What was it? Okay.
I think he must have been the Fife. I don't know why, but
But no, like, again, just I'm big on longevity as well, like you say.
Aye.
To play in 5 World Cups, to keep getting picked and keep playing.
Aye.
So, yeah, Lothar Matthäus
It's
for
a
me.
bit tough though.
That's
Obviously, you two are kind of defensive.
Nah, I was
early career of Keane, he was box to box, and
Lothar
then
Matthäus, same again, box to box. And
once
then the legs
again,
went, become a sweeper, didn't he?
you kind of sit in a bit there and pick your runs, pick your moments.
So if I did go in that poll, then just obviously you picked the main players, but aside, if I just-
Probably
Xavi.
Probably, aye. It's tight between him. I'd say it's really hard at 23, but Matthäus is just that kind of younger boys. Maybe when I can
Yeah,
Matthäus
Matthäus,
as much as,
Aye.
but folk of our generation are right Matthäus. No question about that. Are great midfielders for sure. Are great midfielders, but it's gonna be then next
It's
week.
next 3 weeks
And
is
then
going
the
to be
boss,
tough.
oh, you've left, have you? You've left, have you? How could you leave, have you?
Aye. Well,
This is a position, really.
you speaking about Xavi. Xavi said that Scholes was
Aye, Scholes.
so.
These Scholes, Iniesta.
Mhm.
That dude, we've still got another 8 to go chance.
But
But if we play a 3, maybe we get 3.
Nah, 'cause I'm about public pressure.
so next week's a bit tough for other
folk are not going to accept Beckham in this team. And if we play a 4-4-2, I'm afraid he's got to be in. Isn't he?
But 4-3-3, he'll never be in it.
No, he's not in it.
No.
And then you get Ken. I kind of accept that they're saying about Zidane being in the left as well. He's now a winger and he's probably wasted it a bit here. But I think we were just thinking, we've got to get Zidane in the team. So to get out of these players there, we're going to hate and manipulate our formation. But we'll stick with 4-4-2 and see how we go.
Yeah.
3 great players, no question about it. And folk will hit in mind, we've got another 3 to come.
Yeah. We need subs.
No.
I think that is definitely a cop-out. No subs. We've got to be a manager though.
Okay.
But I think that's easy, isn't it? Is it?
Aye. So, 24-hour. First week, is it? Yeah, I wasn't sure. First week. Anyway, 24-hour pod.
Did you say so?
I think so.
24-hour. Then I said Deary, and you've been saying that's why I don't like D&E scenes. Folks say, "Oh, Mike says that at the time." Ken, DR, as soon as you put it down, you're going to stop saying it. Now, I couldn't have stopped saying Ken if I tried, but especially Deary's easy to stop saying.
I think I said it.
Aye, you said Deary me or something. You used to go back and next got it. Because when I listen back to it, I hear you saying that all the time.
Okay.
But don't come up with the show.
Aye.
Says that all the time.
Does he? I don't know.
Every time we're on a topic and you start to move on,
Aye, it's so. Aye. Yeah.
So, 24-hour pod update. I think we're last two sponsors this week.
So that's our sponsors fall down. We've got 23 sponsors, but NSB, 2 hours. Okay, so that's a 24 hours sold out. We've got Castile, Gav Allen Electrical. He always said he was getting command. He's just didn't got who paying us because he says he's been flat out. So, when I mentioned the past, Gav Allen, Allen Electrical, Castile, and is it PMC? Letting. Yeah. Something in Lettons, isn't it?
Right.
We should have it. We should have kind of like it's Neil visit. Yeah. So that's my gone. So we've got $3,000. Well, touching on $3,000 with the bank. One stunk pays us £75. Yeah. That'll be $3,000. So 2 going. And then the fantasy
football league update.
I think there's 44, 45 teams.
I was 480 in the bank. I got a heap more today. Not a heap more, but 5 or 6 more today. My mum and dad's putting these in, but I don't think they've done their team yet.
Okay.
So they're absolutely
keep pushing it till the deadline.
And
just say, obviously, the bigger we get, the bigger it got for the winner. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The goal was to get 50.
Yeah.
I think we'll get that never.
Yeah.
So, only more than that. Because I thought, we'll get 50, that gives us £100 for our charity, does it?
Yeah.
And that gives you $250 for the winner, which is, we went down to the work, said, what's worth winning this? Plus, we've decided to give a mug, one of our mugs.
For the manager.
So we're going to print our usual logo in a mug with the Fantasy League and then our name and BAMPod, 2 BAMPod manager of the month. So you says you're going to do that.
12 coming chunks away.
It's going to be
so we're going to do it in weeks. So we go week 1 to 4. So every 4 weeks we'll get to calculate the best manager. Because hopefully it'll keep folk in fit. Because see, if you're bottom, it's easy to just say sack it, isn't it?
You can get a good month.
But it's a mug up for grabs. You're going to carry on. No, but fantastic response.
Yeah,
really.
Fair
job, like.
Yeah,
good stuff. Hopefully we'll get a few more.
Aye.
Is that the first live done?
That sounds live done. So just wave bye bye. Well, folks, that's another episode of Two Blokes and a Mic. Thanks for listening. Again, if you have any comments or feedback, please feel free to leave us a message in our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram pages. And we'll hopefully have another episode for you guys next week. Thanks for listening.